Everyone knew Sienna Wolf had many boyfriends, but I was the only one she publicly recognized as her official boyfriend, all because I was foolish enough to give her everything. Recently Sienna had become obsessed with rock climbing. To buy her the best gear on the market I took a part-time job at a high-paying chemical plant. I never expected that job to give me leukemia. When I got the test results I stood outside the hospital, my hands trembling as I held the test results. I called Sienna in complete despair, telling her I was sick, yet all I got was her irritated voice. Then go to the hospital. What do you want me to do? I'm not a doctor. Just before the call ended a man's voice came through clearly from her side. Babe, come try the new gear. I designed this especially for you. ITLL fit your body perfectly. Chapter 1. The call I shouldn't have answered. Sir, you have leukemia. You need to be admitted for treatment as soon as possible. The doctor's words kept echoing in my ears. My legs gave out and I sank against the wall in the hospital hallway. I had only taken a job at a high-paying chemical plant because I wanted to make more money. How did it end like this? In that moment of complete despair, the only person I could think of was Sienna, the woman I loved most. With shaking hands I dialed her number. It finally took Sienna a long time to pick up. Her voice came through sharp and impatient. Didn't I tell you I've been busy lately? Don't call me over every little thing. I did not care about her impatience. My voice was weak as I whispered, honey, I think I'm sick. I feel terrible. Sienna caught only one thing. I told you before, we're not married, so don't call me that. She focused entirely on how I addressed her, not on what I had said. So I told her again that I was sick. This time she finally heard me. However, her voice only became more irritated. If you're sick, go to the hospital. What am I supposed to do? I'm not a doctor. Don't call me over nothing. Her cold voice made the pain in my body feel even sharper. Then a man's voice came from her end of the call. Babe, why are you still on the phone? This is supposed to be our time. He laughed softly and added, come try on the gear I designed for you. I know your measurements very well. A second later the call ended. I clutched my chest, the ache spreading inward deeper than anything physical. All I could see was Sienna's face. The way she used to look at me. She had grown up surrounded by wealth and attention. I was just an orphan with nothing. Our lives were never supposed to cross. However, one accident changed everything. But then she fell into the water that day. I was the one who pulled her out. After that she chased me relentlessly. She ignored her family's objections and her friends' warnings, insisting that she wanted to be with me. She tried to win my acceptance by giving me expensive gifts, almost all of which I liked. She had never cooked before, but for me she burned her hands until they were covered in blisters. She softened herself, her temper, her pride, until she became someone gentle. So I was willing to give her everything. Even when she became obsessed with rock climbing, I told myself it was just another phase. I forced myself up and staggered home. The house was pitch black. Sienna had not come back in a long time. I could not hold on anymore. My body finally gave up. I collapsed onto the sofa. I didn't know how long I was out. When I woke up I felt something wet on my face. I lifted my hand and touched it. My palm came away covered in blood. For a moment I wondered if I would finally be free once all my blood had drained out. Then my phone rang, breaking the silence in the room. When I saw the name Honey flashing on the screen I answered immediately, not even caring that my face was covered in blood. There was noise on the other end first, then Sienna's voice sounded through the chaos. Asher, I'm at Haven Bar. Come here right now. At that moment all I wanted was to rest. I had never liked places like bars anyway, so I turned her down gently and told her to go home early. I did not expect Sienna to lose her temper at once. She shouted through the phone, Asher, are you falling for someone else? I can't count on you for anything. What's the point of having you as my boyfriend? I thought maybe I had been too busy working and saving money to buy her climbing gear, so I had neglected her. That was why she was throwing a tantrum. I wanted to bring her home myself, so I got up and rushed to the bar. Chapter 2. The bet she made with my pain inside the bar. Body swayed beneath flashing lights, swallowed by the music. Afraid Sienna might get into trouble alone, I pushed through the crowd and searched for the private room she had mentioned. When